So my first honoree is the Honorable Judge Taneka Frost. Let's give her a round of applause. She is a dedicated public servant, and she's currently serving in the City of Schenectady City Court. She is the first African-American judge to serve in this position. Let's give a round of applause for that. She previously was the Chief Administrative Law Judge at the New York Department of State, also worked for the Legal Aid Society. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We do some work with the Legal Aid Society, Legal Aid Society of Northeastern New York, and the New York State Department. We're so very thankful to have her extensive knowledge and experience now serving our community here and the residents of the City of Schenectady. Please help me welcome her up to the stage. Here. We'll take a seat. Well, thank you for being here, and you are a trailblazer,
thank you.
An inspiration to so many. And there has just been so much excitement about your appointment and the work that you're doing. So like any, and we've had conversations.
Yes.
We had a couple events where we were able to talk a little bit. Like any other job, the first day is always something. It's a new experience.
Mm-hmm.
So my first question is, what was it like the first day on the job?
Wow, it was very surreal to serve as a city court judge in the city of Schenectady. It's truly a dream come true. I was very nervous on the first day, but I had a great support team that let me know what I needed to do in order to preside over the cases that I have. But it was challenging, and also I just enjoyed seeing all the people there in the court. They may not have been happy to be there, but I was certainly happy to be there, and it really is a dream come true. So I can't remember anything specifically about the first day because I was really trying to focus on making sure I was doing the right thing, but I got a lot of positive feedback from the people that were litigants there. I got a lot of smiles. I got a lot of, for the attorneys and things of that nature. So it was a very pleasant first day, but I can't remember anything specific because I was really trying to do my best to have a good first day.
And as I mentioned when I introduced you, you have some extensive experience, and the list goes on and on. You were first with a private practice,
yes,
and then you went on to work with the Legal Aid Society of Northeastern New York. Very important organization that serves many of my constituents, and it's so wonderful to know that you were a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about your experience there and some of the work that you did with the Legal Aid Society.
Yes, I worked there about 3 or 4 years out of law school, and I represented low-income clients and housing, landlord-tenant, and also benefits like Medicaid, food stamps, housing assistance as well. And it definitely was one of the most rewarding parts of my career. One of the things that I do remember is a lot of people who were my clients just being appreciative to have someone that understood where they were coming from. The reason why I decided to work for Legal Aid, because some of the benefits that I was helping individuals keep and have access to were some of the benefits that I had as a child growing up, such as Medicaid, such as Section 8 housing. I lived in Section 8 housing when I was a child, and also the importance of having a solid, stable environment in which to grow, particularly for children, is something that I was very passionate about and continue to be to this day. And so that job, and I went to law school to help people. And when I was in private practice, I was helping people, but not in the way that I imagined myself doing when I decided to become a lawyer. And so that job really solidified my value system, what I find very important to me. And it is something that continued throughout the different positions that I've had leading me up to City Court Judge.
And as you said, you got into this work because you wanted to help people, and certainly this job is about serving our community. What are some of the things that inspired you to get in and to say, I want to serve my community, and this is a job I really want to do?
Thank you. Great question, because it's something I've always aspired to be a public servant. I grew up in Albany, where the seat of government is, and we're just exposed to that. Policies being made, the policies being ones that affect individuals in their lives. Obviously, you know quite well what that's about. And so just trying to figure out how my talents and education could fit the role of being a public servant, and particularly an elected official. And being a judge is something that naturally fit, and it wasn't something that I necessarily set out to do. Actually, people encouraged me and said that I, just by looking at me and my character, knowing who I am, my reputation, and particularly there was one of the judges on the Court of Appeals, George Bundy Smith, took me out to lunch when I was about 4 or 5 years out of law school, and told me I should think about being a judge. And to have him say that to me, and to pay attention to me and think that I would be a good judge was something that kind of caught my attention. And I really think that being a judge is a very important role in our community, and particularly being a woman and being a woman of color. Schenectady has not seen a person of color on the bench yet, and they see it now, but they didn't see it before me. And the whole entire community has recognized that as an important thing that's needed in Schenectady. And I've had so much support from the community at large with regard to my presence on the city court. So it was just a combination of my talents and, getting the right opportunity.
Well, certainly, you are an inspiration. It was a historical moment when your appointment was made, and we're so thankful to have all your experience. And the list just goes on and on. Beyond the Legal Aid Society, has such a number of other positions that are very important to our community. Certainly, we want to thank you here in the city of Schenectady. I'm so very pleased to be able to honor you today.
Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative.
And it's my pleasure to do it, and to thank you for the work you're doing in our community. And we wish you the very best going forward. And I'm very pleased to present you with the 2018 Women of Distinction Award.
Thank you.